All right. Game recap. This was a winnable game. We weren't able to pull it out at the end. I mean, once Bosa went Super Saiyan, you can't get any time, even with putting a halfback on that side and max protecting and sliding the line. Like, like you do all those things and you can't get the protection you need. Matt Corral was horrible. 38% completion, 112 passing yards. I shouldn't have been in this game at all anyway. But, you know, it was one of those that we were scheming and just playing well enough to be able to stay in the game. Some mistakes for sure. 2 interceptions, which I hope they show so we can look back at those passes. Lance did pretty good, 14 of 20, 176. We kind of knew where he was going with the ball most times. We kind of had a good key on it. We just couldn't, like Kittle is Kittle, right? Down on the goal line, I'm right there thinking I'm about to get an interception. They call pass interference on me though, because I'm right on them. You know, Lance throws an absolutely perfect dot in the rain, rolling left, throwing across his body a little bit. Like, okay, that's what we're doing. But, you know, it's one of those games. So we're able to get McCaffrey going. He got this one 75-yarder. So 11 of them were for 75, and then another one was for 75. You know, the last, the 12th run was for 75. So pretty good running game there. Couldn't stop his running game. Mostert got loose. That was our key. If we could stop Mostert, make him pass. Because he didn't have as many options on the passing game. He kind of keeps it relatively, you know, not necessarily repeating plays per se, but he throws kind of the same routes a decent amount. So, I mean, this is terrible. Absolutely terrible. And this actually, how far was this one? 47. That was before half. So, if you take that away, Matt Corral throws for under 100. But I mean, he was just off, man. Like he missed wide open people. We can't do anything with that. So see what I mean? It's pretty clear where he was going with the ball. I mean, that distribution is terrible. Like he was obviously going to Kittle as much and as often as he could. I mean, you get the dub, you know, so not hating on him, but you know, it is what it is. We knew where the ball was going, you know, the majority of the time. You know, it's just hard to stop Kittle. All right, so tackles. I was able to use Baker on 4 solos, 9 assists, and 13 total. A few of those may not be me because I did play with a couple other people on some plays here or there. Chin Thompson. So my front 7 basically with my strong safety leading the pack. Front 7 basically with the totals. Tackles for a loss. I mean, we got a lot of tackles for loss. That's good. We in the backfield. We making noise. That's good. Sacks. We got 3 of them. We should have gotten more. But he was able to get rid of the ball quick enough to not get the sack, or, you know, he just quick released and was able to throw it before anybody could get there. Henderson got 1. We should have had 3 interceptions that I counted. As I mentioned, the one where I was running, I should have at least did a pass deflection, but I got greedy. And then there was another one when, who was it? Let's see. Yeah, Xavier Woods was on a crossing route, and he just kind of watched it get completed. But he could have broke on it. I think maybe I should have switched. No pass deflections, no forced fumbles, and 1 defensive touchdown. All right, so let's check out these highlights. All right, so let's check this out here. Yeah, so this how I kind of knew he was going to be off. I mean, a clean pocket. You know, this is about the only option. I could have probably thrown a jump ball over here to the right to Trimble. But I tried to get this one up and over. I mean, he has the complete sideline available to him, and he just throws it under. And I mean, you see my look at my animation on my receiver, like that. It's clearly a bad pass, right? Like he's not making a good throw right here. If he puts that out to the side, I mean, that's a first. So I kind of knew at that point we're coming out rough. It was going to be a hard game to get through. This one I was just trying to go ahead and get that little RPO action here, but that was covered, so I didn't throw it. That would have been disastrous, so I just went ahead and ate this. I mean, there's nothing I could really do. Just eat it, punt it, live to fight another day. They're just showing a bunch of tackles for loss, is what it is. This one, another terrible throw. I could have hit my tight end on that, but I'd already decided right here. Boom, he's on the inside, he's open, lead that into the middle, and he throws it again. Terrible pass. He throws it off to the back. I mean, there's really not much I can do about that. I'm going to throw the passes the way that they're supposed to be thrown, and Matt's either going to complete them or he's not. And in this case, it's not, you know, so I definitely missed that safety. But again, I'm reading this as my first read, and he's open, wide open, you know, so is what it is. Bad play there by quarterback. Good sack here. I mean, it was pretty clear. Like, I know he likes to run that slant, so that's why I jumped in there. And then after that, just sit back on Kittle because he likes to throw Kittle. You know, so there really wasn't anybody else open for him to really like complete it. I mean, he maybe could have got one over the top if he throws it to the top outside on the right out there outside the numbers. But you know, I was just sitting on Kittle and made him hold it for a little bit longer. So this one went ahead and went to some play action, but didn't want to do a ton of play action because the pressure coming from Bosa. That's a rookie that he's playing against right there. I mean, he held him long enough for me to get this one off. So good pass completion there. I was spamming the triangle to try to jump. This just fullback getting in there and getting a touchdown. Good run by the fullback there. This one was just gonna go into the half, but ended up running a play with McCaffrey, got down to the 50 and was like, well, let's just throw one up. And then saw Robbie, he threw it a little short. If he throws that over the top, Robbie probably walks in and gets that one. But jump up, great catch, and he just couldn't get in. Too many people around, so down on the one is what it is. So this one, I actually called this out before the play because, I mean, like I say, he likes to run a lot of corners. So my matchup right here is my best cornerback, J.C. Jackson, against Kittle. So I'm like, all right, I like that matchup. And he's on him, and then Kittle just runs away from him. I mean, it's a little funky in the way that he covered him at the top of his route right here. But yeah, I mean, that's just, I guess, just Kittle. Maybe that's one of his abilities or something, but that should have been at least contested. Came out after the touchdown. Nice little cut up here, and his safety made a dumb move. I don't know what in Madden, you know, he jumped too far inside, and then I got wiggly on him. DJ Moore got a good block, helped me spring free. Good run by McCaffrey. This was the interception here. He threw that little hitch. Henderson was sitting on it, just waiting. broke on it, pick six, put us up. Now this one I thought I had pretty good coverage on it. I mean, he did release inside, but if you look at my corner, I mean, he's right there. You know, it's a matter of him keeping his hand in there and raising it up. So can't really be mad at JC Horn there. I mean, he made a good play, but he just was off there. I was pretty sure right here we had got a good stop on first down. Second down, dropped him for like a -3. I was pretty sure right here it was going to Kittle. I figured it was something coming across the middle. You can see I crashed down at safety because it's either going to be Kittle or it's going to be Debo on a slant. Like that's pretty much all he was doing. So, I crashed down, didn't stay high. But if I stayed high, he's definitely going to hit Debo right here. Debo's probably walking in with that one. So good play by him. I think that's the one that sent him up right there. This one was crazy because like my defensive line I didn't have time to do anything. I was throwing it right here though, because I saw DJ Moore was breaking. You can see him, DJ's number 2 right here, the inside receiver. So I was gonna float that one, boom, right here. And it just, you can't get enough time. So at that point, it's 4th and 19. I'm like, all right, we got to get the ball out of here and get a stop, trust the defense. And he comes out. Comes out here and it's just wide open up the gut. So I broke down thinking, I read it thinking that it was going to be a counter, or something back to the right. Oh, no, not a counter. A speed option, a read option. Because I've seen that he's run that before. So I was like, he hasn't really ran the option. He's probably going to run it here. And I break out for that. He hands it off and it's too late. I'm way out of position. Nobody else is in the middle. And his line did pretty good. I don't know why Shaq Thompson shot off tackle right there, but he did. So easy touchdown. This max protection, for whatever reason, I could not get McCaffrey to move over before this play. I knew I needed time. All I wanted was my 3 receivers out. I could have hit the tight end quick, or not tight end, but my slot receiver. I could have hit him. That's a mistake on my part. But I was looking at Robbie up top. He passes a safety. I'm trying to put it up there by that logo on the right. Just get it outside, let Robbie jump, do his thing. But not enough time. I mean, my guard does some dumb stuff. My tackle just completely whiffs. McCaffrey's not blocking anybody. I mean, this is max protect, and I slid line left, and Bosa's still, doing work. So can't really do much with that. This was the one where I punted to try to get a stop. Still had 3 timeouts. Go to get a stop, can't get a stop. He's able to run the ball outside, which we had pretty much kind of held down a little bit through the game, but Mostert was able to get free a few times. But kind of figured it was coming. We just couldn't stop it. So he was able to run the clock out. But good game, tough loss. We come back from this next week. I don't even know who we play, but we'll come back and see if we can get Corral going. He's killing our offense. If we could we're running the ball really well. And if we could couple a good run game with some passing, because we got good receivers, Corral is just off, at least for me, the way that I throw, and I throw quick routes and hit seams and pockets and try to feed it in there. Corral just he's not getting it done. So we'll see what we do with that. Hopefully we can get Corral going, get some passing going, get some things underway, and get this back on track going into week 6, 3-2.